Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 2, 12 Science 3, Senior High School in Padang, and today we are going to present about how solar eclipse happens. We divided our presentation into 4 topics. The first topic will talk about the definition of solar eclipse. The second topic will talk about the cause of the solar eclipse. The third topic will talk about the types of the solar eclipse. And the last topic will talk about the conclusion of this presentation. Before we go further to the presentation, first let me introduce myself and my teammates. My name is Muhammad Fairuz as the moderator of this presentation.
My name is Nita Vanessa. My name is Rafael Putri Balkis. My name is Aulia Setia.
So, without further ado, let's just begin the presentation.
I will explain about the definition of a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is a natural phenomenon in which the sun is covered by the moon. So, at the time, the position of the sun, moon, and earth were in a straight line. At the time of a solar eclipse, the condition of the earth will tend to be dark. Even though the solar eclipse occurs in the morning, afternoon, or evening, the condition of the earth will be like night because the sun's light is close. A solar eclipse is one of the rare natural phenomena. Compared to lunar eclipse, solar eclipse occur less frequently, making it a moment that many people have been waiting for. To know more clearly about solar eclipse, let's discuss the process and its types.
So I will explain the cause of the solar eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs when moon blocks some or all of the sun's light. Even though moon is smaller than the sun, moon is closer to the earth than the sun. That's why moon can cover the sun. When moon, sun, and earth are in the same line, the moon's shadow falls on the earth's surface, covering the sun. The shadow of the moon that falls to the earth has 2 parts. The first part is the umbra, or the core shadow, and the second part is the penumbra, or the additional shadow. People who are crossed by the umbra cannot see the sun because all of the sun's light are covered by the moon, as if it were night at that time. While people who live in the penumbra area can still see some of the sun.
Solar eclipses are divided into several types based on the process of the occurrence of the solar eclipse. The following are the types of solar eclipse. 1. Total solar eclipse will occur when at the peak of the eclipse the solar disk is completely covered by the lunar disk. During this phase, the moon's disk looks as bigger or even bigger than the sun disk. True, partial solar eclipse occurs when the moon at the peak of the eclipse only covers part of the sun disk. In this phase, this type of eclipse always has a part of the sun disk that is not covered by the moon disk. 3. Ring solar eclipse is a solar eclipse that occurs when the moon at the peak of the eclipse only covers part of the sun disk. This type of eclipse occurs when the disk of the moon is smaller than the disk of the sun. 4. Hybrid solar eclipse is a type of solar eclipse that shifts between a total solar eclipse and an annular solar eclipse.
conclusion from this matter. So we can conclude that a solar eclipse occurs when the position of the moon is between and the earth or the sun, so that it appears to cover part or all the sunlight in the earth's sky. To safely observe a solar eclipse, certain filters used to protect the eyes are observed indirectly, for example, by project it onto a paper screen using a binocular camera, binoculars, or a small telescope. Because overseeing a solar eclipse directly can harm the eyes, and also the total eclipse past radiation from the sun will radiate directly to the retina and cause permanent damage.
That's all from us. We hope that what we have shared before will be beneficial for all of us. We apologize if we made a mistake before, and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.